welcome on board to today's Spotlight. I'm here once again to inspire you with the stories of people, and today we have a very young, beautiful woman who has got a life-transforming story to share to inspire you today. So without much ado, I'm going to give her a little time to introduce herself and we will kick start. So you are welcome on board, Mrs. Bernice Asari.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to come and share my experience and also inspire the community. So thank you very much. I'm Bernice, born in Ghana, raised in France, currently living in the UK.
Oh my God.
I am a wife, a mother of 17-year-old, and then I'm also a travel technology professional with 25 years within the travel and hospitality industry.
25 years.
Yes.
Oh my God. We can't wait to hear, the whole journey from Ghana to France, connecting to the UK, and everything else that you do.
Great.
So once again, welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for accepting to be on the show.
My pleasure.
Okay, so before we dig deeper, trousers or dress?
Definitely
Which
dress.
is your
Dress.
preference? Dress?
Yes.
Okay, why?
I feel comfortable with dress.
Okay.
I think probably because I believe it's my body shape make me feel comfortable in dresses than trousers.
Right.
Yeah.
And the dresses looks marvelous on you.
Thank you.
So you're looking nice, and thank you once again for coming.
Thank you.
You have lived in France a bit. For how long did you live in France?
So I went to France when I was 12.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did my secondary education in France.
Okay.
Most of my siblings in France, parents in France.
Okay.
And then after my secondary education, decided to I wanted to learn English and then also do university. So I decided to come to UK, which was around, I was about, I think 21. Yeah.
Wow.
Came to UK.
So you can speak French?
Yes.
Very well.
Fluently.
Wow. How do you say welcome to this show in French?
Bienvenue.
Thank you. Merci. Merci. Merci.
Yeah.
Okay. So does it mean that when you were in France, you couldn't speak English at all?
No, that's the thing. People think that, but you're Ghanaian, you should speak English. My dad was a policeman in Ghana. He used to travel a lot.
Right.
So we were not in one place. We were always changing schools. So I think for that part, I don't recall speaking English so anywhere.
Okay.
So went to France, and then mostly we were speaking French. And then in school, secondary school, English. That's this English that you just do to pass your exams. So
And your parents are full Ghanaians?
Yes.
Okay. And when you came to the UK, was it easy to learn the English language?
So because I had a bit of understanding what we did at secondary school in France, I had to take courses, English courses, to be able to kind of navigate through the country.
Wow.
So yeah.
And how long have you been in the UK?
I think I was actually thinking about that yesterday. I think it's about 27 years.
Oh my God. And your English is very perfect and clean. Wow. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So I know you are a career woman.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that you've worked in the travel industry for 25 good years. Did you start that when you came to the UK?
That was the reason why I moved to UK, because in France, going to university to do travel and tourism I had to pay. And the time that I decided to come to UK, university was free, so that's why I moved to come and study travel and tourism, because I've always been passionate about people and customer service. So I decided to move, and then as I said, before going to uni, I had to do a year English course to pass that to be able to go to university, and then I went to do travel and tourism course degree on that.
Wow. And how easy was that?
It was tough because I moved here by myself. Actually, I didn't have any of my siblings, so I had to pay for my rent, although I had support from the French government, but then it's like when you don't have that support coming in, you need to work to be able to pay for the rent and everything. So working and studying, it was very tough, and especially also when you have to learn the English and some of the words that I had no clue what they were saying, but you just have to make sure that you just get on with that. So
and the English people, they speak very quick,
very quick, fast. And they do you like, what are they saying?
I remember when I came to the UK, my accent was way different. So immediately I start speaking, people will be asking me, what did you say? And there was this word in Ghana, we used to say surface tension. Surface tension is when you study science, you would have probably studied that, surface tension. So I came to the UK now, anytime I say surface, they'll ask, what's that? What are you saying? And I'll say, and then somebody will pick it up and say, oh, you mean surface?
It's like I think I remember one word, in Ghana where they say brazier. And then so I went to a shop because that's the word that I know, and then they were like, I went to Marks and they were like, pardon? That's a brazier, and then I had to show, I took the bra, and then I showed this. Oh, you mean bra? Isn't it the same thing?
Exactly. They like to show off a bit. So if you're an English person watching, you are welcome on board. We love you so much, and we are happy to have you here. Okay, so you came to the UK in your 20s, started schooling, going to university, and then you started working. How easy was it to find a job in the UK?
For me, it was actually easy because I speak French. And so the field, travel is, if you speak other language, it really opens a lot of doors for you. So for me, I didn't find it difficult after I finished. Literally, when I finished uni, I think it took me like 2 months. To find a job, and I believe it's purely because I have a second language, which is French, which you don't. Most of before, it was difficult to get those kind of languages to do that. So it really helped me in the industry, actually.
Right, 25 years and still counting.
Yes,
you're still there. Wow. So you've established a career in that field.
Yes.
Okay. So what attitude would you advise for anyone who wants to build a career in the UK to have?
For me, I think you need to have an attitude of to adapt and be proactive, and also continuous learning and culture awareness as well, because as we just mentioned, English that we say in Ghana is not the same words that they use here, and then there are things that you might value it so much in Ghana that is not also valued here, and have a work ethics as well.
Because sometimes people say that when you're a black person and you come to the Western world, especially in the UK, climbing the career ladder can be difficult.
It is,
in terms of maybe discrimination because of your color. Would you say this is true, and why?
It is true in certain stage. Like for a junior role, it's not difficult. But then when you want to climb to a senior role in a corporate environment, that's tough.
Right.
And you need to play the game, because in the corporate world, when we were growing up, our parents used to tell us that just go do your work, put your head down, do it and get out. It's not true, because if you do that, and if you don't want any promotion, you don't want to grow, that works fine. But whereby you want to go to the next stage, you need to play the game. It is a jungle out there, and the game is that you go to a meeting, even if you have nothing to say, before you go to the meeting, make sure you prepare, know what the meeting is about, and then just listen to everybody, and make sure that before you leave that meeting, you say something.
Okay, so that's being proactive.
Yes, exactly. Okay. You need to prepare for every meeting. So you have something to say. You need to, what is the value that you are bringing to that company? And you need to make yourself visible. Meaning that your manager might not know you're in a company, your manager might not know, you think that she knows what you're doing. She might not know what you're doing. But also, as you speak to your man, make sure that your manager's manager know who you are. Okay. Because if he doesn't know you and there's promotion, your manager might say that this person is not performing, and maybe your manager might not like you, but if your manager knows you and they're doing promotion, that is the person who will speak in that room for you, because you are not in that room. So always make sure that your manager's manager know who you are, or whoever is in that leadership setting know who you are. Don't just cover yourself, as our parents told us, just do your work, get the money and get out. Because if you want to climb, that's the only way to do it, especially in the corporate world. I don't know about others, but in a corporate setting, that's how it is.
Wow. So that's a very key point for anyone, whether you're in the UK or any country. Make sure that you are known in the company you are in, known in the right way, for the right things. Have a good understanding of what the company is about. Make sure that when you're at the meeting, you don't just bury yourself in the sun. Speak, say something tangible that will draw people's attention to you in the right way.
Definitely. Don't get yourself into the company politics. Do not get involved. You just make sure that you bring values to the company. Definitely. And also speak up in terms of, you mentioned about the racism is there, it's everywhere, but then the thing is that you know who you are, you know the value that you bring. Let your skills, your work speak for you. Don't let your color, your race stop you. So far as you know that you are be excellent. For me, is the main excellent at what you do. Excellent, go above and beyond, because that is what is the key. Regardless, that's the key. When your work speaks for you,
it doesn't matter what
they want to say. Let your work speak for you. Go above and beyond. Don't be mediocre. No, because there is racism, but we always have to do, sorry to say, we have to do 2-3 times more than our counterpart. You have to. So let it speak for you.
The unfortunate truth.
Yes.
Okay. So at what age would you advise for anyone to build a career? Should it be in the singleness stage, or when they are married, they finish having all their kids, and then they build a career? Or at what point would you advise?
I think for me, it's at your singleness stage, because this is where you are not accountable to anybody, you are not paying bills to anyone, you are not feeding anyone. So this is the time, you have the time for yourself, so you can climb. You have the opportunity to spend time, if you want to stay late at work, input, study, as I said, self-development, taking trainings, everything that is offered in that company. That is the time that you can do it, because once you're married, you have someone that I don't want to ignore my husband, I don't want to spend too much time at work. So you have and when you have children, it's the same thing. For me, it's the single stage. If you want to climb the ladder, when you're single, climb that ladder, because once you have a child, your time of investing in your career is limited. So as a single person, that's the time. If you want to climb as high as you can, that's the time to do it.
Okay. Right. So some people may be listening to you and they are thinking, I'm a single mother, I'm feeding somebody, I've got a lot of responsibility. How will I still be able to build a career in my singleness?
There's so many things you can do. If you want to study and you have children, there's a possibility to do that. I know that now some universities have childcare, for the children. You can do that. I think everything is a mindset.
Right.
There's nothing you cannot do as a person.
Yeah.
The only thing that's limits us is our mind.
Right.
So first you put your mind together is by prioritization. You prioritize what is important to you.
Yeah.
You are a single mother. How old are the children? The children, there's a time that they might be sleeping. There's so many things you can do. And, you can invest in yourself so many. And now that what we have working from home, there's so many things you can do. And it's all by the mindset and prioritization, prioritizing things. I know I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but then where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? It's up to you where you want to be. I don't think your singleness and the children should stop you to achieve what you want to.
Right. Okay. Well said. Make sure you prioritize, know what you want to achieve, and regardless of whether you have 10 children or not, you can still push yourself and make something work. Thank you for that. Yeah, we are getting inspired.
Thank you.
Okay. I've also met mothers like myself, young mothers, who right after postpartum, that's the first three months of having children, they want to go back to work because they're like, I need to build my career. So they'll put a child in the nursery at a very early age and go back to work. What advice, what do you have to say regarding that?
I think, again, first of all, self-care is important. Your mental well-being is important. A lot of times when we have you come out from maternity and you go back to work, there's something, I know it's not impossible, but I would say imposter syndrome, whereby you expect to run as you used to be before you went to maternity, and you're taking so much on, and when it's not happening, you're feeling that, oh, I have lost my skills, my ability, and the value that I contribute. What I will, my recommendation is that take every day, take step by step. There will be times that you will feel like, I'm not good enough. Make sure you have affirmation or something that tells you that you are good enough. Take steps. Don't try to compete with those that are in who you left them before your maternity. Take your time, because you want to do so much, then it gets to a point, burnout is so real. Self-confidence is also it brings you down, your self-confidence. Take your time to learn. Take step by step, each day at a time, and then it will help you to build. Try and if there are books or courses that you can take bit by bit to help you get to where you want to to be, definitely do that. But I would say one key thing is that do not compete with anybody. Those that do not have that responsibility, or those that did not take that time to take care of anyone. Take your time, and then you will get there. You can't go back to where you used to be, because things have changed.
Life has changed. Yeah. And for anyone who wants to take care of their children, maybe stay at home for 1 year, complete that 1 year maternity leave before going back to work, but they are torn between should I go back, should I wait? Because number one, I'm afraid of not being able to build my career because of the kids. What would you say to them in terms of, should they focus on their children, or should they just go back to work? I think, as I said, everything is,
it depends on you. I took a year out when I had my daughter, and within that time, that's where I decided I wanted to go back to university to also study, to up and be more marketable, and then you took another course. So it's up to you. While you're waiting in that session of 1 year, you don't have to just stay and not do anything. You can still be taking courses, online courses, just to bring your skills up. So by the time you are ready to go that 1 year, you've made yourself actually marketable. Because that's what I did. I did travel and tourism first degree, and then second time when I had my daughter, I was staying at home. I said, okay, let me go and do hospitality and business management. So once I go back, I know that I have 2 degrees that if I want to select, I can do travel, or I can go in hospitality and also the IT side of things. So you can take 1 year. It shouldn't impact your career growth at all.
Right. Okay. So I hope this has helped you. If you are confused, you are scared that, this 1 year is too long, by the time I go back to work I'll lose my job. No, you can always go back and build your career, no matter how long. Even if you take 5 years off, you can always go back. It's all about you, what you want to do. Tell us a little about your marriage.
Before getting married, my goal was to build my career, have something for myself, because I didn't want to depend on anybody. Where I need £5, I need to ask. I used to say I don't want to be a burden to anybody's child. So if I'm going to be a helpmate, I need to be able to help completely. I need to establish something, build my career to a certain stage before I get married. So because of that, I got married a bit late, later in life.
Like
so
around what age?
Around, I think about 29. At the age of 29, I got married. So
So now you are married.
Married 19 years, getting to 20 in October.
Wow, 20 years. Guys, 20 years. You might not understand how important this 20 years is, because nowadays people are breaking up within a few weeks, a few months, and apparently in the first 2 years there's been a lot of breakups, marital breakdown. So when you see somebody who has been married, stayed with the same man, ate the same food, slept on the same bed for 20 years, you have to applaud that person. So
thank you. Thank you.
This is an inspiration for us to know that we can be married for that long and still have good marriages. If you are scared and you think, what's the point of getting married? After all, marriages are breaking. Well, there's a typical one here that not all marriages are breaking. So don't be afraid. When the time comes, get married. Thank you. What has kept you looking this young after 20 years of marriage?
Well, I would say for me, it's myself first. That's why I say myself first, because if I'm not in the right frame of mind, I will not be any use to my husband.
Right.
So for me, first thing I do, I pray a lot. Because as you said, the first year in marriage, first 5 years is very tough. The first year you're living with someone who has been brought up in a different home, different family, different upbringing, and then you also have your own. So how do you deal with someone like that? And the thing is, that person has been, brought up for over 30 years with character and behavior, and you think you can change that person. You can't. I think what brought me to that point, I was like, I need prayers. Was when I was single, I used to go out every year we were 4 friends.
Okay.
So each birthdays we will go away as girls.
Okay.
So each person we will go
Wow.
away. So when I got married, it was one of my friends' birthday, which was, I remember, it was in January. So I got married in October, and the friend birthday was January the next year. And then for me, you know, young, independent, very long time. So you get married, and then I told my husband that, oh, you know, I'm going away with this friend, and he just said okay. So I thought, okay, he has accepted.
Yeah.
So then when the time came, me pack my bags,
Oh my God.
and then I was like, okay, I'm going. He's like, where you going?
Where you going? Oh my God.
Where you go? Ah, but I told you
In advance
that I'm going to. He's like, yeah, but I did not give you approval. I said to myself,
So what does the okay mean?
I said to myself, I'm like, how? I'm not even asking you permission. I'm just telling you. So for me, that was my attitude. I'm like, how? No, how? You can't. I'm not asking you. I'm just telling you. So and then he's like, yeah, but I didn't. I said, yeah, but I'm going because I can't just tell my friends I want.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is what I've been doing for years.
Exactly.
You can't just
for you just stand up
to come. You want to mess up my plans.
Exactly. So I went. I went for 3 days. I came back. Fireworks.
Of course. What do you expect?
Oh, I came back, and the house was quiet.
Oh my God.
Oh, he did not say a word.
Yeah,
he was not happy at all. When I would say hello, he would not respond. Oh my God. So, okay. So I went, the church that I used to go before, I was very close to the first lady, so I spoke to her, and she called me Akusia. She said, Akusia, take him to prayer. I was like, I'm like, I just needed advice, you know. She said, just
to back
exactly, you know, at least tell me what to do in this situation. She said, take it to prayer. I said, okay. So I said, okay, let me do it. So I started praying. So then I said, okay, let me do. So I just started praying. I said, God, I remember, I said, God, teach me how to be a wife to this man.
Wow.
That's all. So teach me how to be a wife, because I can't change him. And if I want to be a wife, someone to be able to work with him, you know, you need to teach me who he is. And that was the prayer that has helped me a lot. You know, how to talk to him, you know, what to do, when to talk, when not to talk. Because remember, I've been on my own for very long time. Nobody, you know, no one is telling me when to sleep, when not to sleep, what to do. So now you are in this marriage, and to remember, my husband grew up in Ghana. So he's a very the culture, and me growing up in the West. So it's the culture shock for me. The first 5 years, so the culture shock was amazing. So I had to do a lot of prayer. So prayer has, you know, kept me. I do exercise as well, because that's also keep me in the right frame of mind. And then I just like networking as well. I like to see other people to help me. I have mentors. So when I say mentors, it's like women that have been married longer than myself. So, and I take, you know, directions from them. Like the lady, the first lady that I'm talking about. You know, I talk to her a lot, and then the advices, most of her advice, she would say pray. Most of the time she would tell me to pray. So I take a lot of inspiration from people that have seen. They are married, you know, years and be married. I ask them, how do you do that? And that's what has kept me this long.
Wow. Because when we calculate the year you got married, when you got married, and how long you've been married, we know roughly your age. And looking at all this, you know, glamour, I'm like, my God, 20 years. Some people are depressed within 2 years, and they look so old already, and somebody's been married for 20 years. So thank you for this inspiration, that prayer having the right frame of mind, connecting with the right people, and desiring to do the right thing helps us to grow younger and younger, even when we are growing older in marriage. So
you need to prioritize yourself first. You definitely need to, because if not, you are not good to anyone. So definitely and then having, as I said, just understand the man that you are married to. You need to understand him.
And that prayer point is very powerful. I'm going to make it one of my prayer points as well. God, teach me how to marry this man. Teach me how to live with this man, how to talk to this man. It's very important. Thank you so much for that. 20 years. So we don't want you to go too quickly. We want to draw so much from this 20 years experience. What character trait do you think a woman, or would you advise a woman who wants to also have 20 years plus marriage to possess?
First is to be patient. You need patience. As I said, you need to know when to speak and when to just breathe and let it go, because everything, we have answers for everything, but you need to choose your battles carefully. That is,
choose your battles.
Choose it carefully. There are things you have to assess. Is it worth talking? Is it worth? If you think I need to talk, just calm down, go out, and then you check the moment that your husband is in the right mood. Talk to him, because the moment of the heat, whatever you say, he will react as well.
And you are likely not to say the right thing.
Exactly, when you are angry. So you need to be patient. You need to be calm, and also compromising. Compromising. Most of the time, I know I have to say, most of the time the women really compromise. For me, when I got married, the first thing that I said to myself is that whatever happened, I will make this marriage work. Which means that I need to compromise. There are things that my husband will do that I do not agree with, that I might not be happy with, but I have to compromise. If it's something that is not detriment to the family, then I will just compromise. So be patient, willing to compromise. And I think you need to be respectful as well. Because I always say that in my home, my family, I've never heard anyone insulting anybody in our house. So I don't see why I should insult my husband. I don't disrespect. I'm the youngest, the last one in my family. And I don't disrespect them, my elder siblings. So why should I disrespect my husband? So things like this, you need to, that's what the attitude and the character traits that you need to be able to to have.
Some people may feel, maybe because we've got a good husband, so it's easy to respect him. You don't know how my husband is. My husband is a drunkard, or my husband doesn't respect me. My husband beats me. My husband, he's very stubborn. So how do you expect me to be patient with such a man? How do you expect me to respect such a man?
That's what I said when we got married. I said, God, teach me to know how to handle, to be a wife to this man. The reason of that prayer is that my husband, when he says no, is a no. Regardless of what it is, he will not, is his way. So I would say that for me, prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. And as I said, that characteristic, because you don't have to react to that person's behavior. Is you changing, and the way you kind of connect with that person that will make him change. Because if he sees the way you treat him, your husband must be disrespectful and shouting at you, but so far as you remain calm and keep you doing, because there must be something that you saw in him that made you say yes to him. There must be something. So it's the key for me. First thing I'll say, prayer. Prayer is the key.
Yeah.
And then, as he said, I always says that when I was ready to get married, I prayed, for God to bring my Boaz.
Right.
So if the moment that I said yes to him,
you knew that was your Boaz.
I knew that it was him.
Right.
Because I had a list of, what I'm looking. We have lots of. The list keeps changing as we growing up. So I had a list of what I'm looking in a man. So when he asked me out, my first thing was going to be no, because he's not what the kind of person that I look for.
Right.
And then when I prayed about it, then I saw all those characteristics. So I went back to God. Anytime I face difficult situation with my husband, I always go back to God. That you gave me this man, so please help me in this situation.
You're behaving like Adam and Eve
because
now.
I can't do
the
it.
woman you gave me.
Yeah, you said he was him, so I said yes.
Yes.
So help me to be able to deal with this situation, because I can't do it on my with my own strength. And I believe 100% that with God it's possible. With prayer it's possible, because you can't. I always ask people, I don't know how married people you can get married and not be prayerful. I don't know. Personally, I don't know how people can just do that. So definitely
you've just got me thinking so hard now. Wow. How do you get married without praying? How do you expect to stay married, have your peace of mind, be looking this young, and not be praying?
I don't know how. Personally, I said, I cannot do it. I can't. So every situation, I always turn to prayer.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
Sometimes I can take 3 days and go away in a hotel.
Okay.
Depending on the intensity of the situation.
Right.
I go away 3 days and fast throughout that 3 days. And I know that when I come out, God, that problem needs to solve. So
Wow.
That's for me,
Wow. Are we getting the secrets? I'm sure we are. Pray for your Boaz, especially if you are single. Don't be whiling away time, doing party, shaking your bum bum, looking all cute and doing all those makeup. Be praying, Lord, send me my Boaz, your customized husband. For the women, and then the men, your customized wife, somebody that you can do life with. And always prayer. Thank you for giving us some prayer points, and we are very inspired so far. We're looking forward for more.
And I think one thing that I want to add for the singles as well is that while you're waiting, you can also pray for yourself that, God, is there anything in me that you need to change?
Okay.
So when I'm ready, it's not going to be a hindrance in my marriage.
Wow.
Because for me, as I said, I have been independent since the time that I moved out from my parents' house from France, and I've lived to singleness for 29. So I have a lot of habit that was not ready as a material a marriage person. So God needed for me to know that you need to change, you need to do this, especially if I'm married to someone straight from Ghana with straight tradition. I needed to work on that.
I've always said, when I see people who were born in the Western world, they've lived all their life in the Western world, and they go to Africa, get married to somebody who have lived all their life in Africa. I have this thing that I'm like, how are they going to manage it? Because the mindset completely different.
It is different.
Completely different. And you have to be so humble and really broken in God to be able to make that marriage work, because there are so many things that are going to come up and you will not understand unless you are a prayerful person, like what she's saying. So maybe this is your situation, and I hope that you are catching some inspiration from this show to help you manage your marriage in the best way possible. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For giving us the secret to this 20 years of marriage. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Since you've been on this show, I'm seeing a lot of smiles. Has there been a time in your life that you struggled to keep these smiles on?
Yeah. Yes. I think the end of our first anniversary decided, like, okay, now it's time for us to have a child.
Okay.
And then we, from the first year trying, then got into the second year, that's when we realized that this thing is not happening. And that's where I started having concern. For my husband said to me, "Oh, don't worry about it. We are fine. We're good." This is my talking about second year in marriage.
Right.
And then for me, I was like, no. Church that I used to go to, I used to be close to the woman, the pastor's wife. So I used to drive her to visitation, and when people give birth, I was always the one driving her. So after, every time you go, people have given birth, and then you go and you every time you do, they're nice, they pass you the child and everything. So one day we went to visit someone who had a baby, and I went to want to carry the child. The person of giving birth told me to, can you wash your hands, please? That time just really hurts, because I'm thinking, oh God, because I don't have a child, so I don't know, is it something that I'm meant to do? And that
I think they didn't mean how.
Exactly. They didn't mean, because after giving birth I realized that when you come outside you need to wash your hands. But then it's my emotions of wanting a child. So every little thing it just hits you. So from that moment I started feeling that, God, you need to show yourself. And then not only that, I think, not having a child, as I said, my husband was fine, family, nobody saying anything, his family no either. But then it's his church members. Church members is every Sunday. I'm someone, as you see me, I like my high heels. I like looking good. So when I go to church, you won't see people still think that, okay, she's just wanted to, I think having children is not. So one day I went to church, I was walking all that, and then one of the ladies said, stop dressing up and start making babies.
Oh my God.
I picked my bag and I went and sat in a car. Because my husband is always like, he's the one that, go around with pastor, so make sure that the pastor is finished, stay with him when he's ready to leave and go home. That's where my husband will leave. So we used to be like, we'll come to church like 8 a.m. and then leave late, last person to leave. So because of that, we'll go and sit in a car. So then he just realized, why do you nowadays always go and sit in a car? And I said to him, this is what someone said. Or sometimes you'll be walking and someone will touch your belly. God,
and start praying for you.
Yes, start praying, or just saying that, it is well. It's a matter of time.
Even when you didn't tell them it's not well.
Exactly. Because that's our community, isn't it? It's been 2 years and all you do is wearing high heels and dressing up. Like, what's wrong with you? So for me, that was the moment that
I hit you.
I just couldn't keep the smile on, and then you start thinking, God, why? What is happening? So definitely.
I think people need to be more sensitive when it comes to, especially matters of the fruit of the womb, marital, like not being able to get married at a certain age. These are very sensitive things, and I think that if you are watching, please show some grace when you meet women who are trusting God for the fruit of the womb, or anybody that is trusting God for marital settlement. Please be more mindful and sensitive. Show them some grace, because these little comments here and there, it goes a long way to affect people.
It does.
There is, these things, fruit of the womb, marital settlement, delay, they can easily be handled if not for the fact that people talk. So there's no problem that people cannot handle. It's just the way people react and behave towards those problems. That's what makes the situation more difficult. The comment people make and all of that. So it's difficult. It's difficult, and God will give us grace to know how to handle these things when they come up.
Because I think sometimes when some people can just plan next year I want to have a child, and then when I get married, this is when I have. So they think it's automatic. I don't know why people think it's automatic. It must happen. So when it's not happening for you, as much as even we are Christian, we are not thinking that it's God, that gives this privilege or for us to have children. So it's not automatic. It's not because you're good, your husband is good, that it just happened to you. So
it's true. Wow, thank you for sharing that. I'm sure that you've helped us to know how to handle women who are still trusting God for the fruit of the womb, to show more kindness in the way we behave towards them. So thank you very much. So how did it feel like when you were waiting for children?
I think for me, is as I said, with my husband, he was happy. He's like, we are okay. Why are you stressed? Now I think it's more the stress or the pressure came from external people, as they say. Most of the time was church members that made the pressure go up, and every day you wake up, you ask questions. I think for me 3 years seems like eternity. When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? So it was challenging. It seems like a very long time.
It's interesting how the same place that we should really be receiving support sometimes where most of our wounds comes from. So always remember, when you go to church, the church apparently is said to be like a hospital. There are people who come there with different issues. So be mindful once again how you approach people. If somebody hasn't asked you to pray for them over their situation, please don't do it. How do you put your hand on somebody's belly and start praying when they haven't asked you? So please, let's you want to show you care, but please don't over care. Okay, now you have children, you have a child. You've got a 17-year-old child. Is there anything that you did practically that you feel gave you the breakthrough to conceive?
I think for me, I'll say, so within the time that we were trying, I had 2 friends that were also in the same situation. So we decided,
like the same friends you used to go out with when you were single.
One of them, and then there's another one that was in a church, and we 3 of us. That's the thing. When we decided, okay, this is the situation, we are trying, so let's add prayer to it. So we set a time every Wednesday, and we fast and pray. Every Wednesday we'll do that till we conceive, and once we conceive, we will also keep praying till we sustain those children. So we didn't have a time. All we said was every Wednesday we will meet and pray. So we did that, and we said to ourselves, as you're praying, we need to add the action parts to it. So doing that, the action part is that we are not having the sexual interactions as a leisure or pleasure. We have to make sure that we pray and we also do the action. So literally we're doing it every other day, and then when you are
you were having sex every other day.
And then when you're ovulating, then you have to do it every day because it's a set time. So we have to. So those are the practical things that we put in place as we were praying and we were fasting, and we also doing the do as well. It's not leisure. Please don't do it as leisure. You just have to do it as you want it to happen. Yeah.
I know we're gonna have a part 2 of this because listening to you, so many questions are coming to my mind, which I would like to ask your husband.
Okay.
So definitely we're gonna have a part 2 of this. So there's some of the questions that I will leave out for part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, when you want to do the men might not always want to do the
Oh no, so he was not ready, but
yes. It'll be good to hear his side of the story. Yeah, but it's a very important point that you have shared, because sometimes people, especially who have a distance marriage, maybe having sex once in a month or once in a week or even once in a year, because they don't see each other until the following year, and that can also prolong the whole thing. And I've also realized that there are people who don't even know about ovulation. There are women who don't know about ovulation. So, and that's why having the sex every other day really helps, because you are giving your body a lot of chances. Because you may not know. Even the menstrual calendar, if you go on the apps, the Google app or Google Play, whichever, whether you're using Android or whichever phone system you're using, you can download the menstrual calendar, and when you input your details, your data in there, it can tell you the ovulation period. But even that one,
it's not 100%.
It's not 100% because it depends on what you are putting in there. If you put in the wrong information, you're gonna have the wrong thing, the wrong result. So that's why you just have to give yourself the chance. And every 2 days, every other day, you do it, and keep praying. And it's good that you teamed up with people who were in the same situation like you. So instead of praying that, oh, I'll get pregnant before her, I'll get pregnant before, team up together. If you know somebody like that, team up together and pray for mercy. Ask God, show you mercy, and be doing the right thing. And eventually,
interesting thing is that the 3 ladies that we prayed together, so I got pregnant first, this other one got pregnant, and then the third one. So my daughter she was meant to be born in June, but she came in May. And the second person, her daughter is in July, and then the other person, so
it just happened like
it just happened like that.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So for us, we know that
this is
God.
Miracle.
It's God, because 3 of us, it was interesting.
Wow, very inspiring. I'm sure many people who are in the same situation are really drawing inspiration from your story. So thank you very much for that. Your daughter is 17. Are you looking to have baby number 2?
No.
Why?
So when I got pregnant, the pregnancy was fine, and then to the delivery time, we had a lot of complications, and then when I think I gave birth, I decided to go to uni. I was at home 4 years, and then within that 4-year period, we decided, we actually asked my husband that, okay, are we ready for a second one? And I said to myself, do I really want to go through all that childbearing, everything together? He's like, I'm happy, I'm fine. And I was like, okay. So we decided, really, we just want to stay with one child.
Right. And your daughter is so pretty.
Thank you.
When I saw her, I just felt like she's the embodiment of everything. Like, I don't know how, I've never felt like that about anybody, but I saw her and I felt like, oh, she's got everything in there. Like, she's full. It's so strange, but you have to be maybe discerning to pick it. Immediately you see her, there's that thing about her, like she's whole, everything is in there. So, well, you know your daughter better, and I'm sure that you know that even though she's one, she's more than one.
Definitely. And I think the funny, talking about that, actually, when she got to secondary school, then she started asking for a brother or a sister, and mom, I have no one to play with, mom. And I'm like, you're secondary school. How? What? Do you have friends? You have cousins? Yeah, but I feel I have no one to play with. So then I started on, oh my God, have I been selfish? Am I really doing? Then you start feeling guilty. Then I went back to my husband. Do you think we should try? And my husband was like, no.
Straight away.
Exactly. So straight away it's like, no, she's now 11. Like the distance. Do you want to go through this after school and all that? So we decided no. But I think she kept pushing till I think when she reached 14, and now she's giving up. So yeah,
she's blessed. Yeah, there's just that thing about her when you see her. Yeah. So we thank God for how far He has brought you and helping you to win. You know, sometimes the reason why people keep pushing when they've waited for so long is because they want the devil to know, I will win this case. Not necessarily even about having the child per se, but it's like to prove to the devil that you are not bigger than God. Because sometimes some of these things can be spiritual. Somebody can say into your face, you will never have a child, or we will see what will happen. So it now comes to the point where it's like altar versus altar.
Exactly.
Let God answer you. And I pray that for every woman who is at that position, or every couple that is in that position where they've been challenged, their faith, their God has been challenged, that God will come through and prove that indeed He is God in their life. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
So we are running up and we're gonna do a part 2. But before part 2, what advice would you give to any couple who are in this situation right now? And perhaps maybe they've had one child before, they are trying for a second child and it's prolonging, or they've never even had a child. What advice would you give to them to be able to handle this stage very well?
First thing I would say, keep praying. As you pray, I know definitely God speaks. He must have given you a word. Hold on to that word. Regardless of how long it's taking, do not give up. Secondly, don't let people put pressure on you. Just keep working together as a team. Because for me, I think when you have the support of your husband and your wife, when you're working together, people cannot, put pressure. And sometimes you do things that you are not meant to do, or go to places that you are not meant to. As you're, praying, believing God, as it is, don't forget the physical part, the action part of the do is very, very important, because you can't pray you can't pray and not do what the
faith without works
exactly is dead. So keep doing that. And then I think keep working together as a team, support one another. Don't let anybody put pressure on you. Just do what worked best for two of you. As I said, for us, yes, I know a lot of people, even having one child, a lot of people are, the child is growing. Obviously, Mike, I can see that my child is growing.
You have your eyes as well.
Exactly. But yes, the child is, when are you having a second one? It's not good for her to be alone. She feels lonely. So you get get pressure, but remember what two of you, have decided. If it's a choice for you, both of you, not to have a child, or a choice for both of you just to have one, just hold on to her. And then while you're waiting, enjoy your marriage.
Yes.
Please enjoy your marriage. Build that connection, because that's what will help you to bring that child up. So build it. So
Wow. Thank you so much. What else can I say? You've given us everything. You've poured your heart. You've been real. You've been practical. You've been inspiring. And I'm sure that for anyone who is in this situation, you've been empowered. You've been encouraged to know that it will work. The time will come whereby you'll be thinking, these children, you are worrying me too much. The child will come. Those children will come in Jesus' name. We want you to come back again for part 2. So let me use this little gift to ensure that when you go, you'll come back. Okay, so we want to say a very big thank you to you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Career woman, career women, they don't play with their time. So for you to come all the way to grace us with your presence and with your knowledge and your experience, we are very grateful. So thank you so much. We've really learned a lot. Thank you for the prayer points that you've given to couples and for the singles to pray. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Definitely pleasure to come back.
Yes. So we'll see you in part 2. Watch out for this face again. We're gonna be here once again in the next episode with Mr. and Mrs. Asari. We'll ask Mr. Asari all the questions that you had in mind, that you were thinking, oh sweet lady, you should have asked this, you should have asked that. Just wait for part 2 and it will be an exciting time. So thank you once again for being on this show, and thank you for viewing. Thank you for tuning in till the end. God bless you. We'll see you next time. It's bye from here.
Bye.
Are you single or married? Do you have a life-transforming experience that can educate or inspire others? Be a guest on our talk show, Spotlight, to share your amazing life story. To be on the show or to sponsor, contact +44 7506 009931. Email peaceamewowo2018@gmail.com. Tune into Spotlight on our YouTube channel, Peace Amewowo, and on Facebook at Single and Married with a Life. Spotlight, inspiring you to do better.